Hi leaders! I wanted to expand more today and talk about what it is to be a leader without a title. So a common thing that I hear is, I don't have a high rank, I can't be a leader. And that's just not true. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it really means around the word leadership. So leadership really is the one thing that is going to allow you to win in this world. Leadership, it actually exists in any business. So from a non-for-profit organization to a school to a government, all of these organizations really should be developing all those skills and talents to everyone. And each organization should be growing leaders. And that doesn't always happen. I know from personal experience, it didn't happen for me. But here's the awesome thing. All you need is a desire and a commitment to learn and grow. And really, ultimately, that's going to make a difference. Now, I want to talk about how oftentimes, when we're going through these growth phases, we come up with a lot of excuses when things aren't going our way. And the bottom line is that excuses are unacceptable. I want you to think about when your kids give excuses. If you've asked them to clean their room or do the dishes, or some outside chores even, they might come up with all kinds of excuses. And to you, when they are trying to excuse themselves, that's unacceptable, right? So I want you to hold those same standards over yourself, and anytime you have an excuse, let that be unacceptable to you. And I want you to just start being excellent in the role that you're in. You have the control to do your best. You don't have control over any other outside influences, but you do have control over what's happening inside and what you can be doing about these things so that you can make a difference. All right, here's some other common things that get said too. I'll lead when I have a bigger title. Then I'll know how to go the extra mile and I'll know exactly what to be doing. Well, you have to develop the skills first. That's what's going to get you to the next point. It's not, I'll start doing it as soon as I get there, because you haven't changed any of your actions to actually start getting to that spot. So you won't actually get there. All right? You need to pay the price of success before you get the rewards. And you will always, always, always reap what you sow. So results in equals results out. Whatever you are doing, whatever actions you're taking, the people you're talking to, that's all going to be coming back to you. And we are in a society where we love it instantly, but that's not always the case. And leadership is something that takes time and is a constant thing throughout life. Now, I want you to have a drive for challenge versus a drive for money. And they are different because it's actually really going to affect how your business runs and what you're getting back out of that. So an example would be any great scientist, Albert Einstein, any great explorer that we know of, any great artist. They had a challenge. They had something within themselves that they were trying to fulfill and that they were searching for. It wasn't about the money. We know that any person in history who made a great name for themselves, it wasn't about the money. Times were a lot different and they just had that drive to be challenged. And you need to see yourself as part of a successful leadership team. So know that you are a part of a leadership team and that you are playing an important role. All right, so we talked about that already, and I want you to be excellent in your role already. To be a leader, you have to start seeing things as a leader. Have that successful mindset, and it's going to come. All right, so here's some things that we can do to start acting as a leader and thinking more like a leader. So the first thing is I want you to be able to create your own luck. And we hear that all the time. Oh, they're so lucky. Well, to me, that sounds like another excuse for you not taking responsibility for your actions. So here's how you can create the action and create your own luck. First, commit to doing your best. We can always find reasons to be discouraged, dissatisfied. We can easily complain. But the flip side would be just commit to doing your absolute very best. Success doesn't happen because of the stars. So this is another thing. Well, back to what I was saying, how we always say, oh, how they're so lucky. The stars don't align. It wasn't something magical that happened for people. It's consciously created. It's not because the stars aligned right and they, happened to be in the very right spot. Because it would happen more for everyone. So you get a guaranteed outcome when you do deliberate tasks daily. So there's the key word, is daily. Not just when it's convenient for you. You have to actually commit to it. And a way that I like to do that is to do to-do tasks, or a to-do list, and that shows all my tasks and I can actually check them off. It's something visual for me to see and I feel more accomplished. And that gets done daily. Very effective because you know how you're using your time and you know how your day is being laid out then. And what exactly you're doing and other ways that you can be improving as well, because that's really important as well. It's being able to reflect back and see what you can be improving on. Okay, so calling high achievers lucky is the easiest way to get out of having to get up off the couch and go do something valuable with your life. Let that sink in. I want that to totally change your perspective now of taking responsibility over your life, because when you do that, the rewards of success are just that much better and that much more intense. Here's the next thing. Create your own luck. You have to have a vision as well as a leader. Even leaders with titles, if they don't have a vision, they're not a true leader. So here's where it comes in that the title doesn't actually matter. All right, so here's how I feel. The more we're called to do something, the more concerned we start, or the more concerned we become with what others think of us. Some common things. Are you worried what other people are going to think? Are you afraid of what they're going to think? Are you afraid of being ridiculed? Are you afraid of the success or of the rejection? What if they laugh? A lot of what ifs come up. The bottom line is that that's none of your business, okay? Those things, they don't define you, and they can't unless you let them. But at the end of the day, they don't define you. It's what you're doing. So anyone else's thoughts, that's none of your business because you can't control that. You have to have a clear vision and commit to following that vision because you know inside what's best. And if you become more concerned about what people are thinking than your actual calling, you are risking a great future. You are going to lose a great future. And that loss is the biggest risk that you could do. Leadership is about having faith in your vision, confidence in your power to make a change. So again, it all goes back to having the control. You can control only your circumstances, okay, not other people. Have a vision also means to do your work. You learn to walk by falling. You're going to learn to lead by trying. And it's a wonderful process. You're going to be able to figure out your own style and learn a lot of new things about yourself even. So go the extra mile, make your work matter, and it's all going to work itself out. So if you are working hard and you know that your work matters, the rest is just going to fall into place, including people are going to start following you, and that's how you're going to continually grow your business. So it's when people actually stop that's when you really should be concerned. When people stop criticizing you, then become worried, okay? They're speaking up because they care, and that's just natural. They're using their time and energy on you, no matter if it's a positive or negative comment, and so I want you to feel flattered either way, because time and energy, especially time, is the biggest gift that you can give. And you know, if they are choosing to spend that on you, then wow, they really do care, and I want you to look at it that way. So use their stones, build something great. Okay, now as we continue to grow and behave more like a leader, sometimes we start to recess back into that mindset of excuses or, but the title does bring power. You know, I'm only at this level. And again, here's where we're starting to say, but if I only, or I'll start acting more like a leader when I get up to that rank. It's the opposite.